Cartel gonna care for me, not you, cause I'm the CEO. I'm here to fight, looking to sink with my torpedo. I'm just a lap car trying to survive, running in the back, fearing my life. Cause there's a black 2041 guy adding to the junk in the field with some white on white crimes. Or is it 99 maybe? I don't give a damn, but the bank statements lately adding up through the junk that the crazy man's making. Reckon her, reckon him, non-binary maybe, who knows? If I don't like him, I slide him like Carson Macedo, and they can growl about it, lonely like old bro Joe. Cartel gonna care for me, not you, cause I'm the CEO. I'm here to fight, looking to sink with my torpedoes. Carson Macedo. And I don't know where we go from here and what we think about it, but it seems to me gotta be about it. Time for talk and speak comes across as weak, especially when dotting I's and crossing T's. It seems to be what they all want and what they need, and then you'll go, oh, oh no, just like them cars. Down he goes, and they get to finally feel like Carson Macedo. If I don't like him, I slide him like Carson Macedo, and they can growl about it, lonely like old bro Joe. Cartel gonna care for me, not you, cause I'm the CEO. I'm here to fight, looking to sink with my torpedoes. Carson Macedo. If I don't show, let it pass on the grass for the OPO. Got first of a last. Ready, rip. Praying to God, ready to rip. On my high, ready to rip. With that armor, ready to rip. Hey, ready to rip. Ready to rip. Hey, ready to rip. Ooh, yeah. Trying my hardest to stay with the best. Flexing Giannis S on my chest. Facing problems down the depths. Ready to rip, ready to reach. Place my bets, hey, you never know when playing on hopes what you could achieve. Making the goal, peace with the soul, don't matter the bottom with what you believe. Cause if I'm taking it all in, the calling is harder with nothing that's harder than free. Not giving up though, don't trip, gotta go. Take a slip, make a pass, a little low. Put it down on the gas for a show. Slide a pass on the grass for the OPO. Got first of a last for the oh no. To the pass of the glass of the FOO. Cause I'm gonna pass all you cowards with ease. And when them speeding demons come, we don't feast with the beast and the evil hunting lust. Burn your cheeks when I speak with my real passion, love. Turning all your tricks against you, cause you're one and only master. Ready to God, ready to rip. On my high, ready to rip. With that armor, ready to rip. Hey, ready to rip. Ready to rip. Hey, ready to rip. Ooh, yeah. Trying my hardest to stay with the best. Flexing Giannis S on my chest. Facing problems down the depths. Ready to rip, ay. And I don't care if you don't know my name now, cause you'll hear when my old lady goes to scream out. Sunset, sunrise, 45 to shine down. Only shine is the truth to the few in power. That's why I roll with God. Middle finger, y'all. Making trust in your clicks with your demigod. Worship to the money, your material. You'll get ripped in half, Sodom cash to Gomorrah. And if a wolf ever should come across on your path, aiming straight for your goods, make a trade to his cash, bait with the woods, reflates for your trash. Nah, you can have it, sucker. Ready to God, ready to rip. On my high, ready to rip. With that armor, ready to rip. Hey, ready to rip. Ready to rip. Hey, ready to rip. Ooh, yeah. Trying my hardest to stay with the best. Flexing Giannis S on my chest. Facing problems down the depths. Hit my marks, hooking and set. And being honest, wearing my Hans and strapped in his harness, ready to rip. Talking about that bird, man, boy. Trying to get them old wings. I ain't worried about no cocoon, you know what I'm saying? Like a bird, man, flying high in the flow. Hit it high on the cushion, drop it down really low. Like a bird, man, I try to fly out the way, but I ride inside when they made their mistake. Like a bird, man, you can call me Tanner Thoughts, and in a minute I can win it when you slip up off the corner. Like a bird, man, if you don't like the results, I'll show you both of my birdies like I end a round of golf. What's the bird, man? What's the name? Lincoln Park Blood, Blue Candy Paint. Trying to act tough, but no you ain't. Wishing, bitching all up in my Victor lane, but hey I bounce and hey I roll. There's not just one, but many more. Cause we the bird, man, we buzz the bunny, and we don't try to circle unless you're honey. Hey, where you at, girl, and what you need? Or do you wanna follow or be the lead? When caterpillars crawl and don't believe, so butterfly more and spread your wings. Like a bird, man, flying high in the flow. Hit it high on the cushion, drop it down really low. Like a bird, man, I try to fly out the way, but I ride inside when they made their mistake. Like a bird, man, you can call me Tanner Thoughts, and in a minute I can win it when you slip up off the corner. Like a bird, man, if you don't like the results, I'll show you both of my birdies.
We gotta be quiet. Oh, wait. Carson Macedo's playing. Not for y'all, but for me. We are here, ladies and gentlemen. The lights are going off. We are live in Minot, North Dakota, I think, right? I think. We took the mic because there's some very shy people on the other side of the camera. I tell the girls this all the time when they come to the hotel. Don't be a shy. But these people over here, they can't handle it. We are rained out. So what do you do when you get rained out in dirt track racing? You start fucking drinking. So we've been drinking for a long time today. Have we not? I mean,
3 o'clock.
we convinced a person from Kenya they are coming to the rain out date. Hopefully you're appreciative of that. We do a way better job of promoting the race here in Minot than SLS Promotions. I don't know why that is. But at the end of the day, David Gravel, let me tell you something. We got to start the show with the right note. David Gravel, this is a message for you, a private message. Hold on, we don't even need the fucking stand. David, you allowed Carson Macedo to drive around you at River Cities. Okay? We have a song named Carson Macedo. We do not have a song named David Gravel, because Carson Macedo is not supposed to be as good as David Gravel, but Carson Macedo drove around David Gravel like he's his little bitch. Why did you allow Carson to drive around you like that, David? Why? Any answers? Do we know what? Lap cars? Okay. Excuses, yeah. Okay, David. Okay. All right, we're going back to the regular show now. Regular scheduled program. There's the background, guys. There it is. Look at it. Chair rolls on its own. Look how nice that is. No, I'm just playing. All right, we're putting the mic back here. We have live audience members. We are here tonight. There is an echo, but we're trying to ignore the echo. Only because I spilt a beer earlier, and I don't know how I did it. I did spill a beer earlier, technically. Yeah. We are in, as we're calling it, ground 3, not ground 0. Ground 0 is 9/11. But apparently we're in like one of the most nuclear areas of the world. That's what you're telling the people, right? Slide the mic down. I did not know this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm learning as I go.
We're part of the nuclear triad up here.
Apparently Minot, North Dakota is a part of the nuclear triad. That is kind of scary. That is kind of, we have a viewing audience that is very intimidating right now. But it apparently, according to the person in the background, Minot, North Dakota does some serious shit. Like, it sounds like y'all do some very serious things militarily wise. And And is that why Netanyahu flies here 3 times a year? Hey, answer the truth now. Don't. I mean, Candace Owens is listening. So.
Never seen him.
Okay. They're gonna deflect. But anyway, there was supposed to be a race here today in Minot. I did get to go to the facility. It is possibly one of the best facilities in the country. Like, I've talked about this. Me and David have talked about this. Me and Kyle have talked about this when, you know, Brad's not around. We can't have ginger kitties involved. But there are probably 30 facilities, maybe. Me and David counted out 13 that technically deserve professional dirt track racing. This is when we talk about dirt track racing trying to become a professional sport, we have to also consider professional venues, because there's a lot of venues here in the dirt track racing world that aren't professional. For instance, I went to Devil's Lake last night, Saturday night. The steak's awesome. I mean, their parking lot's kind of cool. There was an RV parking lot. I mean, Heather's awesome. All these people are awesome. But is Devil's Lake Speedway a minor league complex? Like, is that where, like, the beginners should be? Probably. Should the pros be there? Should the NFL level of our sport be at Devil's Lake? Probably not. No. Should the NFL levels of our sport be at Knoxville Raceway?
Absolutely.
Should the pro levels of our sport be at Eldora? Should the pro levels of our sport be at I-55, be at Volusia, be at Silver Dollar, be at Cedar Lake, be at Huset's, be at Charlotte, be at Texas, be at Las Vegas? Should the pro level be there? Yes. And after what I have saw or seen or experienced, it's all about experience. Oh, did you just cough on my mic, you dirty bitch? I'm just playing with you. Should the professional levels of this sport be at Minot, North Dakota State fucking Fairgrounds with what I just saw today? Abso-fucking-lutely.
Bring a friend.
I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not judging people or venues. Like, Devil's Lake could have looked like the resort.
Right.
If it looked like the resort, then this is the future of our sport. I think about the future of our sport, because where we're at right now is dead weekly racetracks, like in Pennsylvania and across this fucking country. We're going to talk about this tonight. That's the future currently, is dead. What's the future, though, in a prosperous ideology? What is going to lead the charge of professional dirt track racing? It's not going to be Devil's Lake. It's going to be Minot, where you got a fucking facility that is worth that degree of exposure. It's going to be Huset's, where you have a facility worth the degree of exposure. It's going to be these venues that are so important. Like, and this is why David and so many people are so adamant when it comes to Todd, or when it comes to Tony Stewart with Eldora, or it comes to these people who own these venues. Like, yeah, a race team may be very valuable, but a race track and a venue is worth so much more in our modern dirt track racing economical system. So you have a situation here where I didn't know it until today, but the Minot, North Dakota State Fairgrounds is, in my opinion, a part of that next level or that futuristic ideology of the sport because of the venue that it has. It has a very nice shape, high banks, straightaways, sharp corners. We have the guy who worked the dirt here tonight. We can't put him on camera because he'll cry or whatever. I don't know what he's talking about. But hold on, pull that big black thing up to your mouth without,
I ain't crying.
Signing
I'm
up.
not
Okay?
crying. You can't make me cry.
But he believes they should have raced today. But that's the track worker in him. That's not the business. The businessman's over here.
Right.
The businessman says, "Fuck no, cancel this shit." And we canceled it. We're going to be back here August 30th with Kenya on our side. We're flying in from Kenya.
Another shot of rain, it was over. So I mean, you got to take the same.
You did do the dirt work though. I mean, but do you know what I'm saying by like there are only a certain amount of venues. Let's be honest. There's only a certain amount of venues who could host the future of this sport. There's only maybe 15. Think about it. Name them. I mean, Knoxville,
Lucas Oil.
Lucas Oil is one. Yes, Wheatland is facilities only.
Right.
Eldora, Houston. So we're up to 4. Vegas, Texas Motor Speedway, Port Royal. I will say Weedsport's 1. What? Williams Grove. There's 9, 10.
And Minot's got a lot of this.
Well, exactly. We're going to talk about the history, but I'm just saying venues only. Remove history, remove everything. As far as dirt tracks with a venue that can actually go somewhere.
How many people?
They didn't hear you. They said how many people at the
How many people sit in the infield at Port Royal?
Port Royal or Williams Grove, which I feel like their venues are very close as far as capacity because Williams Grove has a back straightaway grandstand. Port Royal doesn't. Port Royal does have a big front straightaway. I would guesstimate, and I'm pretty good at guesstimating seats. I would guesstimate Port Royal front straightaway grandstand could hold 9,000, and then their infield could hold an additional 3,500. Now you got to understand, Eldora is technically the biggest dirt track venue at 33,000. That's the outside, inside, everything just smashed in there like it's a fucking Woodstock concert. I think Knoxville's 27. So that's where we're working. So, I mean, that's the pinnacle examples, though. Like we just said, Port Royal.
We could probably get close to 8.
But if you hold on now, the only reason I have success on the dating apps here in North Dakota, I think, is because I'm pretty and fat, like Jelly Roll. You said you had a Jelly Roll concert here that had how much?
18,000.
18,000.
But that you take the front straightaway out and then standing room.
Now y'all can't do infield seating.
The first time the Outlaws were here, they put them. They absolutely packed them. I mean,
When you said Outlaws, like
We're all on sprints.
The sprint car.
what year was that?
06.
6. Danny was,
And that was the first time y'all had them.
yeah, and Danny and SLS were behind that. So
Okay.
Different grandstands though.
different grandstands, but they at one point started 5.
Well, y'all's
people.
front straightaway grandstand should easily seat
Like
7,000.
yeah,
I feel like I'm
more-
looking at 7,000 if I'm being fair.
It's more than that. It's like 7,800.
7,800. And then if you open up the infield, that's an additional
Right.
1,500 or 2,000.
Plus, you got that oversized catwalk in the pits.
Right.
So
But they,
And
they packed them in area. I think.
yep.
They had to
Yeah,
quit selling tickets.
They brought in bleachers and put them in the infield because the old grandstands was.
Okay. Okay.
So I mean,
And if I remember right, Darren Pittman won that race, and that's only because he hit a slider on Donnie and gave him a flat tire. I'm not.
I feel like you're being a little mean.
No.
You are. I think
You can't be an
you're
asshole
being
if it's the only one asshole.
I feel like you're being biased to Donnie at that point.
No, this is SCHATZ COUNTry.
You have Eisen Shank or is it Eisen Sheik? Which one is it? Eisen Check. Like checkmate. Like checkmate. Eisen Check.
Keep an eye on them girls. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Well, I'll tell you what. A motherfucker with a 40-year-old motor almost drove around her. Apparently, I mean, you saw this video, right? I mean, that Colton Young seems to be pretty good. He had a Gertie in there, 38 years old. I mean, I'm not saying the SCHATZ girls ain't good. The one I will say is better is the 15, and she got really mad at me actually. When I was at Gateway, the girl who was in the 15, Amelia, I believe, is the better one.
Layla runs
Layla, yeah.
Oh, Layla. Okay. Okay. Well, one of them, I was like, I was joking with them, and we're on the show, and I'm just talking, but
wanted me to beat you up over that.
oh, I'm sure they wanted you to hit me several times. But one of them was like, I just watched them, and I was like, hold on. You're going to be the camera girl, and you're going to be the driver, right? So, I mean, but no, I mean, I do think they could be good. They could. You never know how they're going to turn out. If Casey Kane can win a World of Outlaw race, anyone can. At this point in my life, I can't believe that happened. I'm still in shock. I can't let it go. I can't. Well, hold on. Here's what I'm saying. Statistically, if Casey Kane wins that race, he won an outlaw race, right? So statistically, anyone over an average time period, we'll just say it's 60 races. Do you know how many people are better than Casey Kane in a 60 race span, head to head? It's a lot of fucking people, dude. So. All I'm saying,
he spent so much
he deserves it. Okay, fine. I'm removing the monetary investment. I'm removing all those things. I'm just talking about the race car driver. I'm not talking about what you've done or who you've given money to. I'm just talking about the talent it took to win that race. There's a lot of people, in my opinion, now, if you get in the right situation, you could be a Gage Pokerback and maybe win an outlaw race one day. You know, I would think Gage is better than Casey Kane. I would pick Gage Pokerback over Casey Kane as a driver. I see them as the same personally. To be honest, I mean, Casey Kane never did nothing flashy. He never did nothing special. What did Casey Kane ever do? Mid-pack? B-main? Needed a provisional? I mean... Yeah.
NASCAR. How do you make it a NASCAR?
Well, you got into NASCAR because you have connections. Why did Corey Day go to NASCAR and Buddy Kofoid didn't? They did the same things. Right. One person though, Hendrick thought he was pretty or something. Yeah. Epstein Island stuff. I don't know. I mean, who knows? I mean, we don't know why they picked Corey.
My cousin used to run Apple Cup with Aaron Newport. Used to run Apple Cup with Casey Kane way back in the day in Washington.
Really?
He was good.
Did he beat him?
I think so.
A couple times.
Yeah.
But he didn't get selected.
Not around anymore.
Okay. But Casey did, yeah, and it's Casey Kane.
They were competitive with each other.
Yeah, I agree. So we need to reset the conversation now because we went too deep.
Yeah, we started with venues and now we're arguing.
I don't know how this happened. It just naturally went that direction. I mean, we're getting stared down by three people with guns. They have guns on the table, by the way. This is how it goes in SCHATZ country. They have rifles. There's a 300 Win Mag to my right here. I'm looking at a 45 Magnum on the table right there. And you said that was an elephant gun, right? It kills elephants. Yeah. Okay. So we're in North Dakota for the record. There are rattlesnakes and there are bighorns, if you know what I'm saying. We're in the nuclear triad. So if I fuck up right now,
we're gonna just blow you up.
Yeah, there's a button he has on the table here, and the button's name is not Britney Spears. It is NSYNC, and when he pushes the button, in sync, the chair will just blow up instantly. Yeah, that's what I think. Anyway, is that it? End of the show? That's it. Okay, we're done. Okay,
that's it.
Let's talk about awesome racetracks.
We tried to do that. We did that for 15 minutes.
What's your opinion? Was it the right move to cancel, or
was it the right move to cancel?
Never did get any more rain.
Put the mic in your face. I feel like you have a lot to say here. You are the guy, for the record. What's your name? Stated to the public. Oh God, he put the phone to the side.
I'm not going to say it's the right move or the wrong move. I mean, a little more rain, you'd had everybody here, and everybody had been pissed off because we'd had to cancel. But
has there been rain since they canceled at the track?
No, and that's how it works.
Humid though, I don't know. If it dried out. It's like 110% humidity.
It's 110% humidity, is what he just said. But it has not rained at the track. It has not rained.
With no sunshine.
Oh, the business.
The businessman's coming up. Let's hear it. Come on, tell us the truth.
Hey, so first of all, I want to say this: SLS, not don't mean to correct you on your own show, Chaz, but
No,
And-
go ahead.
and-
He does it all the time.
He
here.
does that.
Yeah, I'm a horrible person. I get it.
So I can't say. I mean, SLS has always been good to our company.
Which is Scott, what's his name?
Boyd.
Scott Lloyd, yeah.
So he's always been good to our company.
I just talk shit. Hopefully he didn't
I
take
know
it
you do,
personally
but
if he wants to cry. This
I
is your
just-
bush light that caused me to say these things.
They've always done, Larry Hillerud and all them guys, they always did a good job for it. So my opinion was they did the right thing. As much as, I mean, I'm a sprint car guy. I mean, I don't mind, I like watching the late models as well, but I'm a sprint car guy. Okay. So I was looking at the side of it where I want the whole package, right? As my company sponsoring them, I don't own the company, but the one I represent, I wanted a good racetrack.
Just curious, how much financial you don't have to agree or say a number, but I'm just curious, how much financial investment does a company have to give to support a outlaw race? I mean, are we talking 50,000 or more, or?
It's all in the negotiation.
Okay. You don't want to say, that's fine. You don't have to, but it's a lot of money, right?
So I wanted to have no matter where you go, I've been to a lot of racetracks, okay, but I wanted to have a good show. I wanted to have a lot of passing. I want, like the World of Outlaw late models last year. We also sponsored that show, and that show was phenomenal.
Grand Slam.
Phenomenal. And when they came here and they said, hey, about, sponsoring this deal, I almost chuckled. And but I walked out of there going, holy shit. It almost convinced me to be a late model guy there for a little bit.
It's
You
really,
were that night.
hey, late models put on a fucking show. They
was
do.
a bang.
I could tell your track worker's a fendered guy for the
Oh,
record.
it was a bang.
But late models do put on a fucking
They
show,
do.
man.
They
Bobby
were-
Pierce comes in
they
here,
were 4
Gustin.
abreast. They were 4 abreast, and I heard rumors about Steve Francis maybe saying this should be a crown jewel, working into that over years and all that. And I think that would be awesome, but I think that I wanted to, I think it was important to have a good show where there was a lot of passing, a lot of side-by-side racing, and people in the stand so that they come back. Because let's face it, if you don't have people in the stands and you don't have good racing, they don't work. That you don't have either one.
Well, and I
that's
think
what I
that's
want.
why today got canceled.
I was looking long term. And I
Right.
think Scott did absolutely the right.
Even if it's 110 degrees in August 30th or the rescheduled date, that's going to be way better than if it's 110 degrees with no chance of rain. You're going to have a better chance of getting a crowd under that awning, which y'all have a beautiful awning
100%.
there. You could be in the shade when the sun's setting and all that. Like, you have a better chance of putting on a good production. I call it a production. People call races and shows.
That's 100%.
I call it a production.
Yeah,
like,
that's what it
what we're
is.
doing in this dirt track racing thing is a production of what we have. And I think a sprint car or a dirt track race or even a weekly race that is under the circumstances of 65% chance of rain for 3 hours is not going to succeed. I don't care if it's 80 degrees. If it's 110 degrees with no chance of rain, that rain, it does affect your productional value.
Yeah, and I mean that for sure today. I mean, we worked all day yesterday trying to get that track worked in to take on a little bit of rain that we could get while it rained all night. And these guys are right. I mean, would this have been a Grand Slam? Probably not.
For the record, we had somebody run across and shut off the air
Quick
compressor.
time.
Hold on, come back here. We don't want to talk about how slow that CJB car is in qualifying, do we? Oh no, we're getting in. Oh, we ain't got no flop over here. But
So yeah, I mean, today would have been a rough go, but it is what it is. I mean, this August show is I think it's gonna be a banger, and And I mean,
And you have the outlaw late models coming in
Yeah.
30 days, less
Yep.
than 30 days.
Yep, and we hope to have that just as good as last year. I mean, the racetracks worked hard to get this because, I mean, 3 years ago we didn't have shit going on up here, and now this year we got high limits next weekend, and North Dakota's back on the map here finally.
And that's a struggle when I see situations like this in Minot, North Dakota, and I go to all these shit fucking facilities who are bitching all the time that they don't get this or they don't get that. And then I walk into what the fuck I walked into today. And they're just begging to get one show.
That's all we wanted.
These fucking, I get so mad because I think about these fucking little bitches, the PA fuckers. I want to fucking wring their necks. The PA people, the Ohio people, the Indiana people, some of the Iowa people, not all of them. But it's like you don't even have a fucking spigot on the nutsack of this facility here.
These guys work their ass off to try to get the
something.
Yeah,
something.
Seriously.
That's what you're talking about. You just want a fucking something. Well, these people are bitching they don't get 2 races.
Right.
Shut your fucking pie hole and slap it across the nutsack of this facility. Like, just this out here. What y'all have, it sucks that y'all even have to think that way, in a way, in my opinion.
But nobody wants to come out here. We're in the middle of fucking nowhere.
They say we're too far off.
You're too far out. You're too far out. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Knoxville Raceway to Williams Grove, 17 hours. What is it from here?
12.
12.
Yeah.
12.
12. You're 5 hours closer with 2 times the facility, in my opinion.
But I think it's just.
Anyway, continue. You tried to grab the mic earlier and we cut you off. I'm sorry about that.
I think though, what you're saying is the facility is one thing. I think the racetrack is another thing, and I think.
Well, see, hold on, not to cut you off, not trying to be mean, but the racetrack is halfway why I am so adamant, because to have that degree of grandstand and facility for that size of a track is very rare. Like the only comparison-based facility I've seen for that is Springfield, Illinois. I was telling you all this, and that's a fucking mile racetrack. Like y'all have a mile racetrack facility with a racetrack. If I'm looking at the track and not remove all the facility, it could be Podank with fucking 6 porta potties out front trying to serve everybody.
That's a joke.
It's not. Well, that's what happens though. Like that's a short track over here with the high banks with the sharp hairpin corners.
No catch.
No catch fence. Get up on the shit. It looks like it was gonna be a I-55 style of a race. I mean, the shape of the track is action. Y'all don't just have the facility. I'm not trying to cut you off. You don't just have a facility, but you also have a track shape and size that will. I already know it will produce good racing.
And I think it started like he was saying. It put
scoot it to him just a little closer, or tilt it down, or tilt it down. That can move. The mic can move. There you go.
I think it started. Hopefully, it started last year with the World Wall late models when they were here.
And you were surprised by that, I guess.
I was surprised because again,
you're a sprint car guy.
I'm a sprint car guy, but it was one hell of a show. I mean, it was. Well, I watch every late model race now that I can on,
So that race out here turned you into a late model fan.
I don't want to come out of the closet. I just want to.
He don't want to come out of the closet. He stopped me in my tracks, guys. He stopped me in my tracks. He don't want to admit it, Donnie. He don't want to admit it, Donnie.
But the drivers were like praising this place.
Absolutely.
They couldn't believe it. No. I feel like the drivers came in. I would assume the drivers came in and saw what they saw here and was like, "Oh my God!"
Well,
like Steve Francis saying, this deserves like a fucking week.
And I think it started that week. I think it started that weekend with the World of All Late Models here. Now, again, like you said, I am biased, but I think that, you know, SLS, Danny Shots, and Donnie and all of that, they're all great ambassadors to our sport, right? So I think that we can keep growing. We can keep this thing going. And I think that, like you said, it's all the components to put together something that could be really big.
People should be begging to come have a
And
show here.
absolutely, people should be. They should be. And I think that's maybe why I can't confirm or deny, but you know, Brad Sweet wanted to come to, you know, I don't know if it was to get a dig in on you know, one of our heroes.
Well, hold on, but Brad had to go down to the concrete pad down there. What's this track the high limits going to next week?
Yeah,
Mandan. Yeah.
It's the concrete kid. That's
The-
the concrete track, not the concrete kid.
The concrete kid's Anthony Macri, or the concrete king, or now he's like sidelined or whatever. But no,
It was pretty wild after that.
do you think people don't really know how nice it is here
They don't have a
until
clue.
until they show up? Like, I'm blown away. Like, when I walk, I mean, he drove me up there today. I'm like, oh my fucking God.
So what was the grandstands? $15 million 16 years ago? I mean, what would that?
It'd be a $30 million grandstand. 15 years ago, it was 15
The
million.
only thing we're missing is suites.
The only thing you're missing is Sweets, like Brad Sweets.
No.
Oh yeah. FS1, FS1 and Brad Sweets. Okay, hold on.
Well, he might be here.
Here's what we're doing. I'm not letting them escape. We took the mic off. We're turning the camera around. Here they are. Oh, look at the three. No, we'll put it to him. No, the camera is pointing straight at you.
Why me?
Because you're white with the black hoodie. You know, you're diverse.
Yeah.
Look at his shoes. Look at him. Oh my God.
This was mud leg.
Yeah.
Mud leg. That was mud leg.
I
All
was
right.
cleaning equipment today.
I have to use the restroom. This is why this is happening.
Oh, so I'm taking over?
Yes.
Oh, well, here we are. Well, you guys help me out here. I don't have a big mouth like him. Oh, maybe. I do.
Are you not seeing the size of his mouth? Hold on, let me zoom in. Hold on, we can pull the camera over here. Hold on, let me get this son of a bitch wants to talk it. We can walk it. Hold on, let's get him right. Oh, we're getting it. We're getting
looking than
the
you.
Oh my God, hold on. Let's put the gold mic in his face.
Oh, yeah, there we
The
go.
big black thing. He likes it. Oh my God.
It's your show.
All right, there it is. You took over. You're the Chaz now. How's it feel?
Not good at all. Not good at all, but we'll keep this thing rolling.
No,
yeah,
that's-
so
Go piss.
We're making sure you look
I'm
pretty.
watching myself here.
You are. You're sure? Okay.
Self-absorbed. That's
What?
part of it.
Self-absorbed? Is that what he is? Just
I
like
wanna
the
read
dirt.
some of
Just
these
like the.
comments so we can keep this thing going.
Okay. All right. Respond to him.
Well, I don't know much sprint car stuff because we're up here in no man's land,
What
and
do we got?
you know, I guess we busted our ass to get something good up here in North Dakota, and we got it. And yeah, it sucks that today rained out, and Grand Forks is badass,
There's a lot of badass tracks in the upper Midwest.
right? And that's what we needed. We needed something to get it going up here, but
No, I think we got it. It's going. It's just you can't battle Mother Nature.
100%.
It's not going to happen. And you guys were there all night trying to get that
This
thing
is an upgrade.
to work. You know, work that track in and get it right. And then we got a shot of rain in the middle of the night. I mean, that's nobody can control that. So
How many hours did you put in this week, Smalls?
We were kind of light. I mean, after today, I was like 35 hours, but 35 hours and we didn't even get a race. I mean, if we would have got the race, we would have been sitting around that 40-hour mark, you know, between probably 3-4 of us. Yesterday we had 8 pieces of equipment moving for 8 hours to just get things worked in. We got way more rain than they were calling for, but yeah, that sprint car deal would have been pretty badass. It would have been sweet to see Donnie maybe run for one more, and we're hopefully by August he'll have it really rocking and rolling.
So this was a part of the plan.
Maybe. Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
trying to get Donnie the win. Yes.
There you go. I like your thinking. Start shit. Yeah, that's what
I'm not starting any shit. What do you mean? You purposely canceled this race so Donnie could win it
That's what happened.
when he smoothed it out. You're sure about this?
Right. Yeah.
So, are you comfortable being on camera, or do you?
I don't give a fuck.
Why?
Oh, being on camera? What? I mean, this is what I look like every day. So
Oh no, I don't want you to be uncomfortable.
I don't know if that happens much.
Okay.
If you told me to read the Bible right now, I would not.
I didn't. The Dirt Track Bible's the only Bible I want you to read, technically.
Yeah.
He said hallelujah. So when it comes to like Minot dirt, what's the difference? This is what I would like to actually know, being a track guy. What's the dirt like up here? Obviously, we've seen the struggles with like Husitz, for instance. They almost want to remove their dirt that they have, and they have brought in new dirt. Is there a difference between the dirt over, maybe even over here, west, of...
I'll tell you right now, our dirt on our track is nothing to brag about. I mean,
Well, that's what I'm curious about. So what is the source? Because like in the South, they have gumbo from the rivers. You see a lot of dirt tracks. They come from the Mississippi River corridor where they're able to dig up the gumbo from the riverbeds. What do you have to source from around here? I'm just curious.
Well, you guys completely had to redo the track because of the flood.
Yeah,
They moved the whole track out of there.
So in 2011, we flooded here. They took all the dirt off the track and diked around the grandstands, because the grandstands was only a year old, so they diked around it. Well,
When you said diked,
they built a fucking dike.
There's a farming hoe, for instance. There's a farming hoe. Like there's a hoe, like you dig up your garden with a hoe, and then there's a dike that you also work. You're
Not like the Subaru driving dike.
Oh my God! You can't say that on the Chaz. We're gonna go to jail.
Oh, we're gonna go to jail.
Yeah. He's about to leave and denounce us all. Calm down.
No. So they took the whole track and built a dike, and then we've kind of struggled since because there's this and that in there. We've added dirt. So it's just a mixture of a bunch of stuff. And then every summer when the fair comes, we have to rip out the whole front straightaway and start all over again.
Now, hold on. So what?
There's concrete underneath it.
So there's concrete underneath the whole track or the front?
Whole front straightaway.
Okay. So when you say, I want to get into the dike thing, but we're going to be politically correct.
Yeah.
No, I know what you mean. An actual dike around the track.
Flood.
Yes, exactly. For those who are triggered.
New to this, yeah.
Triggered. When I hear this phrase of the fair comes in, fair county, because this is the North Dakota State Fairgrounds location, correct? Yes. So for the state, this is a big property for them, technically. They have concerts come in, they have all these things come in, and y'all have to, at that facility, rip the dirt out. Yes. What does that technically mean when you say rip the dirt out? If you want to scoot that, I feel like we're talking to you. You're on the camera.
So here's what the track, I can't see it, but that's
that's pretty close.
That's what the track looked like during the 2011 flood.
2011 flood. I thought we were talking about ripping dirt out. Okay,
well, yeah, we're getting there.
This is what happened. This is
okay, Minot 2011 flood. I'm just trying to get a better picture so people can understand. Okay.
It's on the second page.
All right. Well.
So what happens? We have the Dakota Classic Mod Tour rolls in around July 7th every year, and then that Sunday night, once that race is over, once the checkered flag's done, then an excavator comes out, starts digging out from corner 1, and they go all the way down to corner 4, dig the whole front straightaway out. We remove the fence, and then a week later, the fair starts.
So we're looking at the flood images right now.
Yeah, that's...
So y'all had a pretty significant flood in 2011, which was...
Yeah, damn near took out the whole town.
100-year flood.
15 years ago.
Yeah. And they took the whole racetrack and removed it.
Was this underneath? Oh, hold on. So this was underneath. The racetrack was underneath this water. Okay, so that is it. No, that's actually it. We just put an image on the screen.
That was the racetrack.
That was the racetrack back then. So we were standing out here. We were, yeah, I know. We were standing outside of turn 1 over here talking shit today.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
Right there.
So we're talking about where we were standing was probably 3 or 4 feet underwater at that time.
Oh, yeah. At least. I would say at least, yeah.
Okay. And so that changed the landscape of
big time.
Everything.
Big time.
In what way?
I mean, look, yeah.
Like how they felt investment to dirt racing or that track, or because it had to do significant damage to the racing facility.
Well, the dirt, and then when they went and rebuilt the whole track back, I mean, does everything get put back in the same shape? And what does that, dirt entail, I guess? I guess as far as I'm concerned, I mean, the dirt's going to be whatever it is. I mean, you got.
But how did that affect the dirt? How did that affect the track? Did they bring in new soil or?
No, they just took that and put it back.
Really?
What they put new soil in not
too long. Yeah, like 3 years ago they got some and tried it. See, we've just kept adding ever since. Like if they can get some dirt here or there, we've added ever since, which is probably not, it's not like we're going out and getting tested dirt and trying to find this certain clay.
Like Houston's is doing.
Right, which probably is what should be done.
But y'all don't have a $400,000 or $300,000 sprint car race where you're being a spotlight.
Right.
Houston's put a spotlight on their track now.
Right.
So their track has to be good. They paid for that attention.
Right.
Now the attention is there. You better have a fucking, good surface. Right. And so they have to fix that. I'm more so curious though. You said 2011 or this flood was 2011. I was just at Devil's Lake. Apparently Heather and them took over 15 years ago. That is 2011. Yeah, right. And that was a tough deal. Apparently you were saying that's the only personally owned racetrack in the state of North Dakota, I believe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're the only ones that.
Yeah, and it's been through ownership groups.
On Fairboard, we have a couple tracks that are promoter ran, but Dickinson is actually owned by the county, and is, that's been club ran. And see, that's the other thing, that we're probably way different than the rest of the country. We're a club.
Okay.
We're not promoter ran.
Well, okay, so. Promoter ran, it's different. So there's a lot of different ways. I've been around the block. I don't really want to say this. So from my understanding, when it comes to fairgrounds, you could tell me I'm wrong. From fairgrounds, the board can run it as a board running it, the fairgrounds themselves, or they can lease it to a ownership group to be ran, or they can hire a promotional group to then run it for them. Or a promotional group comes in and pays them a certain amount to run it, and they don't have anything to do with the facility. What is Minot technically? How does that operate? How does Minot, North Dakota, I guess, and then, okay, fine. Fifth option, there's a club, and it's like an agreement. Is that what y'all are here? How does it happen here? You can speak how you want.
We're a club, Nodak Speedway Race Club.
But do you know the different ways I talked about dealing with fairground racetracks? He's shaking his head. I mean, it's very similar. How the SCHATZ got fucked over in Fargo was a very similar situation, from my understanding. Not a club, but they did all the upgrades there. Just like Davenport, High Limit's going to be at Davenport tomorrow night, Monday night. There was a family that went in there, leased the facility, did all these fucking upgrades, and then the fairgrounds refused to renew with them, and all their money went to shit.
Yeah,
it's the same thing that happened to the fucking Danny Schatz at Fargo. I'm just saying, I know this. I'm sorry to get passionate.
Yeah,
or mad.
What we own is the equipment.
Okay.
So, as far as dirt and the fence and any painting or any lights, that stays if we're, but we've been on this fairgrounds for
forever. Before
But do you know what I mean by the
Right.
Danny Schatz deal?
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I went, I went to the outlaw shows for a long time there, and really it got modernized,
Right.
for lack of a better term, modernized when Danny and Diane took it over.
Right.
Really, I mean,
But they invested the money to modernize the facilities.
Yeah.
And then the fucking state just came in, or the fairgrounds came in and said, well, fuck you.
Well, I don't know
That, I mean, maybe that's not the proper
Well,
way
yeah,
to say it,
yeah.
but
I don't know, but the bottom line is they modernized it and
Bought equipment.
and did a lot of work and a lot of investment.
the Key family did the same thing at Davenport. Davenport's the most recent example. So High Limit is going to be at Davenport tomorrow night. There's a fucking suite in 1 and 2, like a badass 2-story suite. There's amenities in the pitting area, all these things at Davenport, Iowa. It's a fairgrounds there. And the Key family did all this shit with Hoker Trucking as a sponsor. I don't know if you heard of Hoker Trucking
Big
on
time.
Bobby Pierce's car. And they came in there and put so much money in that facility. And then the fairgrounds came around and said, we want to renew with this other guy.
So how many?
Fuck you. That's not right, in my opinion. So when you deal with these fairgrounds, you got to know. I'm not saying you don't know or anything. I'm just saying, like, what is y'all's agreement? And you better have an agreement, because I don't want anyone, as far as I'm concerned, I don't want anyone who loves dirt track racing to be Danny Schatz. I don't want anyone to get fucked over by a government facility where they're putting their fucking balls on the line and their money where their mouth is, to get left behind. I know we got a distraction over here. He's emptying track. I just don't want, what is the agreement for y'all? Because I don't want to pump up Minot if this little fucking board don't recognize the gold mine they got in their ass crack, while you're over here putting their fucking guts and sweat and tears into it, and they're just going to reap the benefits off of your eyebrow, if you know what I'm saying.
Well,
that's all I want to know.
I think with the Nodak Speedway and the State Fair, the relationship there's, great. There's nothing to worry about there. I don't see that happening. I mean, next year is going to be Nodak's 75th year.
Okay.
And what do they only have? 2 years up on North Hill?
You looking at me like I'm the old guy.
Well, you are the old guys.
Oh, he is the old guy.
But
you're making all the races happen. That's why he's looking into you over there.
So
He's got a better hairline than all of us, by the way.
That he does.
He does. He
maybe
does.
it's his turn for the
I would
camera.
trade my 12-inch dick for that hairline. I'm just saying. Continue.
But
Why are you laughing? It's only 4.5.
Yeah,
Continue.
that's what I thought, yeah. So I guess, I don't know. I don't think we have that concern here, but so how many racetracks are like privately owned throughout the country? Or is this what you run into everywhere you go? Everything is ran by, or on a
There's
fairground?
there's only so many tracks that are hugely successful that are privately owned.
Right.
And Williams Grove would be one. Eldora would be one. Volusia is kind of one, but it's Volusia County.
Racing Group owns
But it still is Volusia County, so they still have an investment there. Daytona is in Volusia County, so Daytona International Speedway is Volusia County. So the Volusia County Speedway, Volusia Speedway, is a part of the county that also supports the Daytona International Speedway. There's not too many, man. There's not too many. Jacksonville's nope, that's a county.
Todd Jackson.
That's a county.
Is it?
Jackson County. It was Jackson County originally.
He's put a ton of money into that place too. That place.
There you go.
Now, see, this is where Sprint Car, or no, I shouldn't say that. I have to acknowledge all. Your fendered little fucks over. Yeah, he knows what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
We got to acknowledge all of dirt track racing. Oh my
There
God.
we
Let me
go.
put my Kenny Wallace hat on. Yeah, we're sponsored by Jegs. Anyway, no. We have to, what if I was to advise any promoter, and we dealt with this with Hendry County, because Hendry County, the track promoter there, I've been supporting them for 6 years. They finally got a World of Outlaw race. And I hope I don't burn a bridge here. If I do, I don't give a fuck. He still owes me $400. He does. He actually does. He had an outlaw late model race there, and he got fucking pissed that the Outlaws went to the Hendry County Tourism Board and got $20,000 in sponsorship from the tourism board in Hendry County, which is where Lake Okeechobee is, the big famous bass fishing lake. And I go, back to promotion. Well, you shouldn't be mad at them for doing what you should have already been doing. Like, you should have already went to them and said, we got a racetrack. We're doing shit out here. Like, but I'm simply saying, like, there's an example. Yeah, there's some, like, offspring tracks. There's not a lot of them because Knoxville's Marion County. Y'all's big deal here is Grand Forks, I guess, in North Dakota. That's a county track. Fargo, county track. You're dealing with Nodak, county track. Boone is Boone County, I guess?
No, that's owned.
It is owned? Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Okay. But, I mean, as far as, like, premier facilities, when we think of our biggest ones, they are not privately owned. So what I would suggest to anyone out there struggling, if they own a track and they're paying the bills, don't wait for the World of Outlaws to schedule a fucking race at your track to go and talk to your city council people. Go up there and fucking deal with these people and tell them what you're doing. And, like, why am I telling a person from Kenya that there's a sprint car race in town? It's the same fucking thing. Like, why are you not promoting what you have going on? There's so many people in dirt racing putting all this money in, all these cars. Like I told Vermeer, because I was involved with his daughter a few weeks ago, Tony Vermeer, the 55 car, Vermeer Concrete or TK Concrete. I said, you should be fucking pissed. I told him. This Tony Vermeer, not with an I. The Tony with an I is the girl I was talking to. The Tony with a Y is the one who owns the 55 Kerry Matson car from Knoxville. I said, you should be pissed. He goes, why? I said, it's Saturday night. This was in April, the outlaw race at Knoxville. And I said, you have High Limit here. You have the World of Outlaws here. You have the fucking NASCAR of this industry. The battle, all of the drama, all of it at Knoxville, the Daytona of our industry. Why do I see empty fucking seats on the other side? Who's in control of making sure this is a big fucking deal tonight? I said, there's 70 cars in the pitting. I think it was 68. Each car and team is worth at least $400,000. When you consider their trucks, their cars, their engines, their sponsors, you have $50 million fucking dollars in the pitting area.
We need to bump that number up.
How? I'm just saying, well, at least that 70 cars, there's some scraggler teams. I'm just saying, no, there's not a new truck, there's scragglers. So when you got 68 teams, there's probably only 25 that are fully equipped.
He's doing averages.
I'm averaging, yeah. So there's 50 million. Hold on. My point is, you have to Tony Vermeer, who is a very respectable person, and his daughter's amazing. You have $50 million in the pitting area. You personally have invested probably 2.5 to 7-8 million based on your years. It's about 2 million to do a real 410 sprint car operation a year. It's about 2 million. You're at the pinnacle facility in sprint car racing. You're at Daytona. Who's in control of making this a big fucking deal?
Dude, Knoxville's hard to judge that.
But I'm just saying, you're in this cornfield. It's not Dallas, Texas. It's not LA where you can go do a concert or basketball games. You have this segmented community that don't have nothing else to do.
Yeah, but during
You can't get, hold on.
it's packed.
To fill the front grandstands at Knoxville's about 12,000. 12.
How many people live in Knoxville? 6?
Hold on. 30 minutes away is a 300,000 person community, and you can't get 12 for the best we have to offer at the Daytona International Speedway of our industry.
You answered your question earlier. I shouldn't say you answered, but you alluded to the fact that if these are boards, this is the Nodak Race Club, been around for 75 years, okay, almost 75 years. And you also said, which is correct, that there's not many privately owned tracks anymore.
No.
So what you got is you got a fair board here. The North Dakota State Fair Board is concerned about the North Dakota State Fair. Fargo, Red River Valley, or whatever they call it this week.
What is it actually called now? What is the name? What's the official name?
Fix It Forward.
Fix It Forward.
Fix It Forward Speedway. Let's get it right. Let's just be, point the mic to him. I think he's got some knowledge he's going to tell these people.
It's always going to be the Red River Speedway, okay, to me. But anyway, so you have the racing is not even
Back burner.
Yeah, it's not even a revenue. You know, probably doesn't even if it shows up on the P&L, it's probably towards the bottom, because their big thing is their event, the fair, the fairs. Fargo has Big Iron, which is a big deal. It's a big trade show. And so you have people, individuals like Smalls and the rest of the Nodak board and boards all across the country, that it's their hobby.
But here's what I think they don't understand. These fucking board members, and I don't give a fuck if they hate me. I don't care if they throw me in prison tomorrow.
Well, just remember, I
Here,
can shoot you here.
No, that's fine. You got guns on the table.
Okay.
Here's the deal. Your 45 Magnum don't scare me. I've seen bigger penises in many places. Here's what I'm saying.
That scares me.
Oh, God. I bet it does based on what you showed me in the bathroom earlier. But here's what I'm trying to say. What Small said earlier is what these board members don't under-fucking-stand. And why I'm so mad at TK Concrete. And why I'm pointing this out. Smalls, put the mic to yourself.
Okay.
You know I listen to you, right?
Yeah, you do. You're the first
You were
person.
very beautiful today. I saw the tan legs. I thought they were tan, but they had, you know, it was a mud.
Yeah,
It wasn't mud.
It was a North Dakota tam.
You had a mud spall
Yeah,
session.
well,
That's what happened. You had a mud spall.
Shit got muddy, and I
So do you want to explain to these board members making $65,000 a year, staying at home as a mommy or a daddy, thinking they got it all made up? Do you want to explain to the world around us how much money it takes to run an IMCA modified? You know what I mean by this, right? You know where I'm going on this.
Yeah.
These people who are on a board make it. Hold on. These people who are on a board. Hold on. He made a good point. These people are on a board.
But they don't get
Thinking,
paid.
well, hold on. They get paid to be on the board. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Board members get paid.
No.
Well,
this is for the love of the
state
sport.
board members do, like Marion County and all that do, but maybe they don't.
Okay, like the fair board, yeah, they
they get
but
paid.
our-
Elected
our-
officials.
but
Elected
our
officials.
race club.
The elected officials who get paid to determine your value. How about that? That's a better way to say it. The elected officials, maybe not the fair board or race board.
The
which-
race, because we're a club, so we have a board of directors that runs the Nodak Speed.
Right, but then there's people who actually are paid to operate the facility as North Dakotian representatives. They are elected officials who determine if you need a grant for $2 million for an upgrade, they approve it or deny it. No, y'all don't have that here.
Well, they put the grandstands in, right?
Yeah, but
They didn't do that for the racetrack.
They did that for concert.
Yeah.
Again,
My point is like, do you think that these people, like I just said, there's $50 million of racing equipment at the Knoxville Raceway.
They don't even know that.
Yeah, exactly. So you say you work the track, they pay you to do the track.
The Nodak Speedway
Pays
board
you.
of directors pays me to do your work on the track.
Right.
And then we like, okay, so we're a club. We really shouldn't be paying anybody, but you got to have a scorekeeper. We got 5 people or 6 people that are paid positions to put the races on. You got a head EMT, you got a head track guy, and a couple of workers that, whatever, get paid. You got a scorekeeper, announcer, those are paid positions that come out of the race club.
Right.
And then everything else is all volunteer.
Do you think that people in positions of power in our governments that determine the success or funding of these facilities understand how much money? Because I feel like the biggest issue in dirt track racing is that a IMCA modified driver is a broken redneck in the woods. Like a Bobby Pierce is just a redneck playing in his toy. A Donnie Schatz in today's society is viewed as this AAA flag football player who's good. He's not NASCAR. He's not these upper echelons. They're just like kids with toys. And I don't think the world around us understands how expensive this sport actually is. Like, it blows their mind. Go ahead.
But still, it goes back to the P&L, right? So in Minot, they make way more money off the North Dakota State Fair than they do the Nodak Race Club. But going back to what we were talking about earlier, if we could, and I believe they will, get some kind of a crown jewel event, or get more
a speed week, an event.
Yeah,
an event out here.
Yeah, so that you go to, a Knoxville weekly show. Nothing. Knoxville
1,000 people
Nationals,
maybe.
Yeah, Knoxville Nationals is crazy. So, to get a crown jewel event and to build it up to that, you can't do that overnight.
But that's what it needs. You're saying that's what it needs.
If I'm running it as a business, quite honestly, as much as it hurts me to say this, racing isn't that big a deal.
No.
I mean, if I'm looking at dollars and cents.
Well, and I don't know if weekly racing, this is a good debate in the modern motorsports era. I don't know if weekly racing ever was designed to work, because like maybe in an age like you, how old are you? You're off camera. How old are you?
60,
No,
66.
What's your date of birth?
3/17/60.
60. So the modern automobile was only 40 years old.
Holy fuck. Here we go. Why did I even say that?
Yeah, that was dumb.
No, I'm just saying, I think in that era, like to see a car going around. No, look, no, I'm not trying to be mean.
Have the camera on me and he's
Can you give me one more bush light? Oh no, we're getting infected here, guys.
Camera, Kevin?
You want to move the camera? I'll move the camera. Give me the camera. Give me the camera. He wants it. Hold on. Is that it? Oh, it's on him. There it is. It is on him. Oh no, he's going to prison. Oh, we're all going down.
That's all right.
So what I'm saying is, like, look at that hairline. Oh my God. Can I touch myself to that? Oh my God. Yeah, $9.99 a month, guys. OnlyFans / the Chaz.
There ain't nobody paying.
No, but what I'm saying is, like,
let's talk about this weekly.
No,
racing.
we are. We're talking about right now.
So
I think that weekly racing spurred because technically there was this new thing called an automobile. Like 1920. The carriage, this fucking Schatz people, I can't stand it.
He can't sit still.
Yeah. Y'all go and do some grind. Y'all get grind concrete. This propane guy, fucking throw him off to the side. Here's what I'm saying. No, I'm just kidding. I think that motorsports, seeing a car after the war, the war is very important. Like, because the war was a time period where the country shut down because motorsports was big until the war happened. And then all the resources went to the war. And then after the war, that's when motorsports got even bigger because you had all these mines and all this money coming back to support. Like the sprint car wing is modeled on an airplane. Like people think, what's a wing sprint car? No, it's an actual wing. Like the actual belly of a sprint car wing is modeled from the 1946 fucking airplanes that went to war with the Japanese. Like that's where it's from. Like,
But okay, let's fast forward up to now, 2026.
okay.
How are you going to get any young people to get into a race car to do weekly night racing?
So
You don't go out onto the family farm and grab a car out of the weeds, put a cage in it, and go.
No, but
you have to.
Maybe that's what grassroots racing should be.
Yes.
But what are we going to drive? There's no cars out
4.6s.
So again, because you guys all
The 4.6s. Yeah. The 4.6s is the new bomber.
you guys all referred to me as the old guy. So
Okay.
Oh, no, don't get offended. You're scaring sponsors off already. Fire them, Nodak. Fucking fire them.
So
I'll come out there and work the tractor for you. Look up the Chaz. We'll see you tomorrow.
So I showed you a picture today that where the grandstand didn't hold 8,000 people,
It looked like it could.
but that sumbitch was packed. And I remember when we had the Harvest 100 here. I remember when my dad raced in Rugby, North Dakota, 60 miles from here, a little bull ring horse track. Track.
Shit and get her.
That's
Shit
all I'm
and
gonna-
get her.
That's all I'm going to say. And I remember, and I had it someplace, but I think I lost it. But the purse was $2,200.
Yeah.
And at that time, my dad was racing a 55 or 56 Chevy.
How much would he make if he won that race?
I think it was $150.
Okay. In 19 what?
But and we're going to go date me again.
Yeah.
But,
I don't want to date you. I mean, maybe if you put on some makeup and a wig, I mean, what do you mean now?
Early 70s.
Okay.
But the grandstand, again, not real big, but it was full. They had 100 cars there. I remember. And that's grassroots racing. And that's when, much like this, the World of Outlaws are, we see it all the time. Somebody breaks down, there's 10 teams jumping in to help.
Here's what I would say. I would say the reason those people were in that grandstand watching those people, there's two reasons when I study psychology. Because I had to get into psychology to understand the problem with racing. Because you're talking about decision-making skills. You're talking about, he can laugh all he wants. You're talking about decision-making skills. Why does somebody buy a GMC versus a Toyota?
They're smart.
Because, no, shut up.
Okay.
Because, no, okay, calm down. The reason somebody in America, more than likely, buys a GMC instead of a Toyota is because they were taught what is this is bad. What is tribalistic to their ideology?
Tribalistic.
Yeah, no, that's true. So tribalistic for the record means tribalistic means what relates to me more than someone else.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm from America. I'm a tribe of America. I pick GM over the Toyota, not because the Toyota might be better, but because I'm standing with my tribe. That's what it means, tribalistic. So when you look into racing, you have to study it. It's a very similar characteristic. So why did somebody choose to go to the racetrack back then versus why they don't choose now? So you have to understand what matters. Because at the end of the day, the way you make a sale is by making something alluring to be purchased. So they have to be intrigued to purchase a ticket to the racetrack, a ticket to this, a ticket to that, versus then. So versus then, this is why I say maybe it's an age bracket. Maybe it is like a automobile was in the 60s or 70s. It was crazy or intriguing to see somebody risk their lives
In a car.
and it was just So it was just nuts. But now it's like, I've already seen like episode 2 and episode 1, and
But
now it's just like normal to me. So I'm not really, I'm intrigued, but it's not like the newest thing. I'd rather go watch Kim Kardashian get a lip massage or something, you know.
But you can sit and watch TikTok for an hour and a half and not even know an hour and a half.
Well, and that's why it goes back to respect. I think one of the main reasons you want me to be honest, and this is why Kenny Wallace calls me mean. Kenny Wallace, he defamed me technically with Michael Rigsby, who owns Flow, and me and Michael have talked about this, but the fact of the matter is back when you're talking about, and I've studied the newspapers, there was no such thing as grassroots racing. When you go research 1970s, 80s, and early 90s newspapers, when they covered this sport, it said professional auto racing. If the local guy won down at the racetrack, he won a professional auto racing event. It wasn't this downgraded, in my opinion, grassroots little kid shit. Because here's the fact of the matter. And this is why I mean, according to Kenny. You could bring Bubba Wallace or you could bring Chase Elliott to a weekly race here at Nodak, and y'all's guys would probably wax his fucking ass. But in every other sport, that doesn't exist. You got to understand, Tom Brady didn't get to the NFL and win those championships because his daddy had a lot of money. Like, that doesn't exist. They didn't get to these levels because somebody knew who they were or had the money or opportunity. Like, to tell somebody, hey, the best quarterback in racing might be down the street at Boone, it blows their mind. They're in a psyop. So in my opinion, like the guy from Kenya, and I broke his shit, there's no such thing as professional racing, in my opinion. There are rich people racing, which I would consider like IndyCar and NASCAR, like really rich millionaire, billionaire people racing. But as far as like professional talent, Kyle Larson's good.
All the talent's in dirt.
Yeah. And that perception of what people are paying to see. Back then, I don't think that perception was instilled. Indy was like one race a year. NASCAR had their Daytona, but there wasn't a series that like encompassed all the great talents. I think when a person came out to a race in the 1970s and 80s and 90s, they felt like they were watching like heroes. We hear about the local hero dying, right? And I think the local hero died when the people got with the media industry and started portraying what a hero is. Is William Byron a hero? Ooh. Exactly. Like, no, a hero is a real fucking killer, a real winner, a guy on the track who's kicking fucking ass. That's not that's a hero. Not these fucking fake fabricated individuals that they push to our society around us that ends up misjudging us. We're rednecks in a fucking circle now. We're bums with no money. You know, we're just these fucking, you know, like Cars 2 said, we're the fucking guys with the school bus with the tooth missing. We're these people. Well, really, they're just fucking rich people.
Minus Kyle Larson, who else comes out of NASCAR and does anything in dirt track racing? All they do is come and bend shit.
The problem I have with Kyle is our World of Outlaw Sprint Car Series would have never existed in the 1970s and 80s if Doug Wolfgang, Steve Kinzer, and Sammy Swindell wanted to go to NASCAR. Our late model world's protected because our late model drivers, they don't give a fuck about Tyler Reddick. They want to be Scott Bloomquist and Billy Moyer. They still have the idea, back to the mind and the psychology. They don't give a fuck about being a NASCAR driver.
They're at the top.
They're at the top. They feel like Ricky Thornton Jr.'s made it.
100%. And
Where David Gravel feels like his favorite driver was Jeff Gordon, and he's just left behind in the sprint car thing, and Kyle and Day and
Does
all
he
the.
really think that though? I mean,
Go talk to him.
well, but still.
Go talk to him. But that's what our industry in sprint car racing has promoted. It's promoted that. Whereas, like you're saying, Ricky Thornton Jr., he's on top of the fucking world.
He started at the bottom.
And now he's here.
Worked his way up.
Yeah.
And you don't see that.
Our World of Outlaw Sprint Car Series right now should have David Gravel in it, yes. But it should also have Kyle Larson. It should also have Corey Day. It should also have Christopher Bell. Why are we allowing NASCAR to rob our fucking talent and we just sit back and cheer it? Why are we? They're manipulating our fan base. We spend 16 fucking years raising a kid like Corey Day or Kyle. We spend 16 years promoting them and then give them away. Does that make business sense as a businessman? Does that make business sense?
It does for Kyle though, because he wants to.
Oh yeah, for Kyle. Fuck you and your individual ideology.
But you just said it. The real legends are Scott Bloomquist.
Steve Kinzer, Sammy.
Steve Kinzer, Sammy, Donnie.
But that's the
All those guys,
problem.
because they made the decision to stick to
What they
their
love.
passion and what
Yeah.
they love. They didn't chase the dollar.
But hold on, so Jeff Gordon did.
He
Tony Stewart did.
did. Yeah, well, we're not going to talk about Tony, but that's the whole deal as far as I'm concerned. Donnie had opportunities. You know, Steve Kinzer, he had opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was a planned embarrassment for Steve.
Well, maybe
They put him in a fucking Kenny Bernstein car
But maybe-
with
okay.
no crew,
Okay.
and they didn't give him like when Kyle was gonna go NASCAR.
So thank God.
They put him in K&N for a year and a half. Then they put him in ARCA. Then they put him in trucks. And they put him in. But we're just giving a Kyle example, right? This is what happened to Kyle. You can go research his history. And then they put him in Cup.
Well, you know
Steve
what?
Kinzer went from Knoxville Nationals to Cup racing with a experimental team.
And
No ARCA, no trucks, no K&N, no prepping.
And
They just threw him into the fucking woodworks and embarrassed him.
thank
He
God.
won the IROC race at Talladega. He beat him in a fair comparison car. Steve Kinzer won an IROC race. Do you remember this?
Yeah, and thank God for that, because he come back to us.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But I'm simply saying the reason the late model industry lives on Donnie Moran and Tyler Erb and Nick Hoffman and what was the other guy's Fender guy? Thornton, Hoffman, Erb.
Yeah.
These are all kings in the late model world, where our Ricky Thornton is Carson Macedo. Our Tyler Erb is fucking
I mean, Ricky.
Tanner Thorson. Our regular guys are worth Steve Kinzer. Our Steve Kinzer is gravel today. Our Doug Wolfgang is Kofoid, but we don't receive that gratitude in our industry because we siphoned it out to the Larsons and the Bells who went to NASCAR racing that destroyed the sprint car stardom. Like, if you're not a sprint car driver in NASCAR, you're second fiddle. Like, you're not the big industry hit guy. You put fucking Donnie Schatz's trailer, I've been there, next to Larson's. Larson's line is around the block. You can't do that with Davenport. You can't do that with Bobby Pierce. It's the sprint car fan that is the problem.
And I agree. I understand what you're saying. But if you want to talk about the true dirt track.
The true, I agree.
True dirt track
Yeah.
fans.
Yeah.
If you know, after Dale Earnhardt got killed, I was a big Dale Earnhardt guy.
You really were.
I got to tell
I'm from Texas, so will you admit he spun out Terry Labonte on purpose?
No.
You won't admit it. Oh, we're about to fight this motherfucker. I don't care what he sponsored. Hold on. Who's this guy? We're going to jail tonight. Hold on. When the camera cuts, we're fighting. Oh, continue. He wrecked Terry Labonte.
They were experimenting.
I'm telling you right now, no, they weren't experimenting shit. Did he take out Terry Labonte at Bristol?
Anyway, he was just trying.
He was rattling his case.
He was trying to rattle.
Yeah, oh my God. We're going to jail tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Anyway.
My name is Chaz Thompson, Minot County, I think, or is it
Ward County.
Ward County, North Dakota. We're going to prison. Continue your story. It's all right. We're going to settle this outside.
So after Dale Earnhardt got killed, we went to Vegas that year. We went to the Cup race and then the dirt race.
You're gambling with everything you say. Continue.
And
is your name Cordell? Okay,
and,
continue.
And we got there, and Dale Earnhardt, they had 2 or 3 souvenir trailers.
Okay.
And there was people lined up till
the day's end.
Yeah. And my wife said, you better get in there and get in line. And I said, all of these phony sons of bitches, they're not here to buy a Dale Earnhardt shirt. They might be here to buy a Dale Earnhardt shirt, but it's for a different reason. I refused to get into that line because they were all there, thousands of people for different reasons.
Right.
You know?
I agree.
So that goes right back to the Kyle Larson versus the Donnie Schatz, in my opinion, which is...
It truly does. We're going right. Can you read the comments? There's people commenting. I have to use the restroom. We got to go.
So Deanne did say you had a nice shirt.
Deanne's watching. We're going to call her. We're going to call her right now.
She said something about your hair. Too.
Of course she did. You dirty little bitch. We're calling.
Say something to her.
I love you, cuz.
Yeah, I think he's got, I don't know, I think it's some moose or some shit in his hair. I
He's yeah.
That ain't Moose. Have you ever seen that movie?
No, hell, maybe it's not. Well, maybe it is.
It's not Moose.
He's got something in his hair, but nothing in his head.
Oofta.
Well, he's in the bathroom. He can't hear me.
Well, he's pissed 6 times.
Yeah, wow.
He must have a bladder the size of my 4-year-old kid.
How does he make it up and down the road here?
But I bet he throws piss jugs all over the place. Trucker bomb.
So,
I don't know if we're getting anything solved tonight, but
That's all right. We got the notion.
so have we even solved anything about weekly racing and promotion? You're talking about promoting all the time. How do you get this? What's the best? What is the best promoting way? I say word of mouth, right? It's got to be weekly night racing.
Well, word of mouth could work. I don't want you to get in trouble here. So
I'm always
gonna get the camera.
I've been in trouble since
you ain't been in trouble. No, you ain't been in trouble.
Okay.
If you've been in trouble, you would have recognized a long time ago. You were in trouble like 35 minutes ago.
you either have to promote, you either have to...
Oh, shit. That did not happen. I can't believe that just happened. You shut up. All right, hold on. Continue.
So, to promote, you either have to have some, to truly promote and give a shit, you have to be vested.
Invested.
So you either have to be the true promoter where your paycheck comes from and give a shit, or you have to be the track owner.
Have skin in the game.
You got to have skin in the game. It's very hard for somebody that's probably got an 8 to 5 job to dedicate a lot of time to going and actually promoting something. In my opinion, it has to be your job.
Right.
You have to have.
It has to be a life.
Yeah.
It's a fucking business.
Well, and I grew up with Lanny Edwards, you know, and that was my first experience being in motorsports was with Lanny Edwards, and he made a living on creating the World of Outlaws, creating the Chili Bowl, and you know, it really hit me one time when we were talking about things to do with the racetrack, and he had this big 10,000 seat grandstand in 3 and 4. We were standing there at the flag stand. He stopped me and he said, let me fucking tell you, he's like 75 or whatever. He's dead now, but he said, let me fucking tell you something. You see these motherfucking grandstands over here? Because Lanny was very adamant. He said, I didn't build these fucking grandstands because I wanted them. I built these grandstands because I needed them. So he was when I heard that, it really did click a lot of buttons. It's like, wait, there was enough people coming, like that photo you showed me. There was enough people coming here that he had to build more stands because more people wanted to come. It wasn't because he wanted to look cool. Like we see most people build stands now to look cool. He built those fucking stands because he needed them. Now, we were in Dallas, Texas, and I was in charge of I had invested my life into trying to making the shit happen. And when you realize real quick that you can't get 5,000 people out of 9 million, you start trying to realize or think about why that doesn't happen. And there's a lot of reasons. Some people say, you know, the racing world is just different now. There's too many things to do. You hear that. They blame streaming. You know, there's so many things to scapegoat on. But I just think it's the new fan. Like, I got a whole family from Kenya flying in on August 30th now. I was sitting in a hotel. I have a whole family. I'm not lying. I'm not lying.
He works at Hotel Revel.
I had a whole fucking, the Jamaican bicycling team.
No, bobsled team.
No, not bobsledding, you racist bastard. This is the problem with you people. We gotta fucking Kyle Larson, this guy. He said the N-word, I'm sure, more than once. Well, we get, I'm kidding. But I had the whole fucking Jamaican bicycling team representing in the world. They went to Volusia. And I'm just sitting in a bar talking. Who is in charge? I really think that World of Outlaws is in North Carolina and Brad Sweet is sucking Flo's cock because they're just fucking little bitches. They're just little bitches that if you give them enough money, they'll do whatever you tell them. And I told Brad this. And me and Brad have had these discussions very, I would say intimately, but that'll make Cody very mad. I want to tell Cody that I'm talking to Brad. He'll get pissed at me. Yeah, exactly. So me and Ginger Kitty have been playing, you know, patty cake, like Andy Pake, patty cake. I call Andy Pake patty cake. We've been playing patty cake, me and Brad, and I'm like, you're doing a good job, because Brad Sweet really wants sprint car racing to get bigger. And the only angle that High Limit has is the new fan, because the World of Outlaws has the traditional fan. Like, oh, we love it. So High Limit's trying to search out the new person, because that's the only fucking chip they have to play. And so they're on FS1, they're doing all this, they're doing all these things, and I'm like, Brad, though, here's the problem. And me and Tony Stewart halfway talked about this. If NASCAR, as their email showed, their Epstein files, I guess, NASCAR showed in their emails how they were mad at SRX getting attention, which was Tony Stewart's series that he started, and they were mad that it got more fucking viewers than the truck series. I said, Brad, if you think they're mad, or we know they're mad at SRX for getting attention, you really think they're going to be happy if this sprint car thing starts popping? There's no fucking way. You're going to be mad at SRX, but you're going to be okay with this sprint car thing that's completely different, because SRX was very NASCAR looking and it was an asphalt deal. You think boxing's going to be happy that UFC's getting attention? I'm just saying, you know what I mean by this. Like
It was some dirt.
Yeah, wasn't it on dirt too? Yeah.
I think there was
But
some.
they
It
had,
did,
like,
it
all
did.
NASCAR guys on there. Like,
but they got pissed that something they didn't own was getting
maybe
attention.
they'll like it because it'll expand their pool of future drivers.
I think that a future pool of drivers. Okay, so we're just in the Kyle Larson, Corey Day. We raise somebody for 16 years and send them off. Okay, fine. I'm against that ideology. Me personally.
Guys that run dirt love running dirt. So
Right. So we need to figure out a way. Here's what I would say to the dirt track racing world. I hope Donnie you're watching. Deanne.
He probably turned it off.
Deanne. It's Deanne or Deanna. I could text her in a minute.
Yeah.
You tell Mike to go to sleep. I'll be over in a minute. Here's what I'm saying.
whatever.
Well, you know Mike tried to get this threesome thing going. I don't even want to talk about it anyway. We're trying to be the NASCAR people. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Mike. Don't get mad at me. No.
He's gonna turn.
Stop. Okay. Oh, there's missed text. Oh my God, she's calling. What I would say to the dirt track racing world. Here's what I would say. And this is what David Gravel wants. This is what any professional dirt track racer, a late model ideology wants. We need, when we may be upset that Corey Day and Kyle go and all these people go, we need to sit back and say, what do we have to do to sprint car racing to elevate it to the point that they don't have to go? Because Steve Kinzer won $50,000 in 1984 when Dale Sr. won 47 at Talladega. There was an era in this racing world where a sprint car driver made just as much money as a NASCAR driver. So my message would be, we need to figure out how to beat them, if that makes any sense. Does that make any sense? Like, if you won $10,000 in 1986, a brand new Corvette was $8,600.
$10,000.
Do you know what I mean by that? Like, if you won 10 grand today, and a Corvette or a dually back then was $5,500. You won 10 grand. You just won two dualies. You win 10 grand today or 12.
What do you?
You can't even buy a vehicle. You can't buy a fucking Kia. So we have to understand, in my opinion, we have to learn in this sprint car dirt world how to elevate our sport to the point we can pay the same amount as them. If we want to keep our women. If our women that love us so much in dirt track racing want to stay with us, but they keep leaving us because somebody has more money, like NASCAR, then we have to figure out a way to make more money to keep them with us. That's how I see it. I mean, that's just my opinion. I think that.
But how are you?
I think facilities. I think you get to a. I think you get to a 30 race schedule. World of Outlaws don't need to be running 86. High Limit don't need to be running 60. World of Outlaw late models and Lucas Oil late models do 45 races a year. I think the sprint car racing world needs to get down to about a 35 to 40 race schedule between the two series. Minimum payment, $25,000 to win, $2,500 to start.
So do we?
If you can't pay it, get the fuck out of Dodge or get the fuck out of Nodak. And you have real paying events, and you get rid of these SLS 12,000 to win shows.
Okay, so what about? Okay, fill me in on like the Flow Night of Americas. What do you think of that? Because to me, isn't that what you're just explaining? They have how many?
Yeah, but they don't pay 12,000 like SLS.
Yeah, no, don't they? They pay more, don't they?
Yeah, it's like 25,000
And
minimum.
how many shows do they have?
12.
Exactly what you just explained. They pay more.
That is not what I explained. That's so
They pay more to
miscellaneous.
shorten the event.
Yeah, isn't that what you?
All right, so we have to try this. He doesn't even know what he's talking about. That's fine. He's over here. He's on a tractor half the day. So what is this called again? We gotta.
Fucking idea.
You gave me this.
It's apple juice.
Apple juice. We're getting apple juice.
9 years ago.
We gotta go. Are you going to pee or are you leaving?
Well, I'm leaving.
No, you.
I gotta work
The
in
main
morning.
guy. Are you?
It's about to spit fire here.
All right, here we go. Here we go. We're doing the taste test before we get into this. We're about to fight live on camera, guys. $4.99 a minute.
You might after this.
Oh my God. First of all,
Oh,
get this shit away from me. What are you trying to do to me?
you wanted to learn something. You just learned
The
something.
guy who is paid for the show that is rained out leaves, and you make me drink this.
No. How do you feel after that?
Warmed you up?
It did, yes. Oh my
That's what
God.
you're supposed to drink in January.
Yeah.
That's a January drink.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm live. I'm embarrassed. I turned the
You're
camera on
embarrassed?
myself. Are you leaving? Yes.
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh, he said not yet. No.
5 minutes.
Quit pounding on SLS.
Oh,
Well,
yeah, see? We worked hard to
look,
get that
I hold on. What's his name? Scott, right? Scott, what's his last name? I mean, here I told Cordell this. We showed you the texts. I cannot sit here on my show and lie. So when you have the majority of the World of Outlaw sprint car racing industry upset at SLS, I have to come on my show and say they're upset about it. And look, SLS could fix it. Like, they're not doing anything wrong. They're just like unaware. So like SLS has been putting on these races in Wisconsin, North Dakota, y'all's area, and they think it's fine. But the racers don't. The racers, like, I'm trying not to get anybody in trouble.
So you want a shorter schedule, higher paying shows?
That's what everyone in racing wants, yes.
Right.
That's what everyone
Well,
wants.
that's why I was asking. Is that what that Flow of America thing was kind of created?
But
to
Flow
do?
of America is not a good example. Hold on,
Okay.
bro. How much does the late models The World of Outlaw late models and Lucas Oil late model series schedule is about 50 races each. The World of Outlaw sprint cars is 86. The high limit is, I think, 63. So you have 140 races versus 100. So the late models, and it's because of Scott. Scott, we're in a Gordon era in the sprint car world. They're in a Scott era. So they only want to be a late model star. David Gravel's crying he's not Jeff Gordon in NASCAR. And that's why Corey Day's over there, sucking off Mr. H. Here's what I'm saying. We have to get in the dirt track racing world, and that's why I'm so impressed with your facility here. We have to get to 30 to 40 premier facilities and events that make fucking money. Period. I'm talking about business. I'm just talking about business. Now, does the Outlaws have more money-making events? For sure. High Limit's trash. When they go to this concrete venue in Bismarck, it's going to be a joke. What I'm saying is, the Bismarck track or what is it, Mandarin or something like, margarine or Mandarin, right? Mandarin.
Have another sip and
Mandarin.
it'll be-
We've already been talking to Brad Sweet on how he needs to fucking slap the fucking fair board across the face for letting them come there. You need to have premier events. Every fucking... Look, the NFL, when I'm talking about what I'm talking about, I want sprint car and late model racing to be Top Fuel and Funny Car.
Just once a week.
No, not just once a week. Top Fuel and Funny Car. Now, maybe you could put a fucking USMTS in the Pro Stock or whatever division, but it needs to be Top Fuel and Funny Car. And when these fucking people roll into town, this is what's gonna fucking make it needs to be Jelly Roll. It needs to be the fucking concert venue that knocks the fucking shit out of the park. Now, you might have your weekly racing, your weekly bar venues that are the openers. Like, you have your weekly bar music people in the area that play bar music or whatever, and they don't make a lot of money, but they're just there and they're having fun. But 2 or 3 times a year, you have the big motherfucker roll in. You have the Jelly Roll. You have the fucking... And that's what dirt racing needs to get to. We need to get to an area where the World of Outlaw late models or the World of Outlaw sprint cars is this Morgan Wallen, is this Jelly Roll, is this hitter event. And some of the venues I don't think are ready to go to that degree. Is this venue in Nodak and Minot? This is a fucking premier. Out of all the venues I saw in the world,
This place could handle a shitload of people.
this is probably Minot is probably
I would say, yeah.
Minot is probably 6th on the list as far as premier dirt track venues in the world. Number 1, in my opinion, is Perth Motorplex. You ain't seen a fucking thing till you seen Perth. Oh my God. Number 2 is probably Eldora. Number 3 is Knoxville. Number 4 is Port Royal. And honestly, y'all might be able to slot into 5. Y'all might have here in Minot, North Dakota, the 5th best racing facility in the country. Because what y'all have here, above everyone else, is a fucking racetrack. Like Eldora and Knoxville, like they have the facility and the suites and all that, but they don't got a little 3rd mile with some high banks and hairpin corners and a fucking race. That's how I view it. You know, that's how I view it. What can you actually do with what you have? I mean, you got Minot, I'll say 5, 6, I-55. I think Cedar Lake's amazing. Houston 7, 8, Charlotte. That's when the scragglers come in. But we need 15 to 20 venues that can really actually host, like Steve Francis said, an event. A real fucking event. So it ain't just sprint cars or late models are coming down. It's like a fucking show's coming this week. This time's coming. We're about to blow the fucking roof off of Minot or Volusia or Knoxville. You better show up. It has to be Jelly Roll style energy.
Well, that's what we need to do next year. We want to celebrate the 75th. I mean, how many club ran racetracks made it 75 years? Let's get something going for next year where we have a week-long deal to celebrate Nodak 75 years and have a big.
Well,
How do we do it?
I feel sympathy, because I know a lot of racetracks that are like y'all. Like, honestly, Dodge City Raceway Park's probably one of the best venues in the world. But it's because it's in the middle of nowhere. It doesn't get the recognition.
Well, that's what they always said about us, is it's hard logistically to calculate out to get here.
Right.
Like when they used to go to the West Coast, they would go from here to Skagit. Well, that's no more.
Yeah, because of who? Because of Kyle Larson. Y'all love him so much. Continue.
I mean,
that's who.
Props to them, but whatever.
You think Brad Sweet created High Limit or Kyle?
I think it was.
You don't think Kyle? Oh, you don't think Kyle?
No, I think it was both of them, but obviously they're going to brainstorm together.
Without Kyle, does High Limit exist? Let's be honest.
Probably not.
Okay, so that's who it is.
But Brad's
anyway, you had the old schedule.
Trying to do it. Yeah.
But you had the old schedule of coming here and then going West Coast.
We got to give. I mean, Steve Francis took a huge risk last year.
How did he take a risk?
Well, but
who paid the fucking purse?
Wow,
that's who took the risk.
We did, or Nodak did.
Hold on, this is another thing, and maybe we need to get into this. I don't know if you need to. These series, I don't care if it's World of Outlaws, High Limit. I don't care who the fuck they are. You are fucking a dumbass, privileged little bitch if you think you came out to Minot, North Dakota and didn't spend a dime and got paid. If you think that you're the reason they're out here, you're an idiot. The person who paid your bill to get here is the person responsible for you being here. So, like, I understand. Steve, hold on. All I'm saying is when I hear the phrase Steve Francis took a risk, no, motherfucker, whoever paid the bill for that purse, for that $120,000, you took the risk. I don't know who that is, who took the risk, Who paid the $100,000 purse to get the late model, or
Well, I mean,
$78,000?
What if he says no right away because you're out here in the middle of nowhere? Is what I'm getting at.
Well, then you message Lucas Oil. I could have got that done for you. Who's willing to put up $70,000 to have a late model race?
Wow.
That's the guy risking it. I don't care what series you are. There's the money. Who wants it? You know what I mean by that? Like, there's a lot of disrespect in these series people who think there's something special. No, these fucking people who are actually gambling on the fucking table.
These guys stuck their neck out. They could have got their head lopped up.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Rich,
I understand Steve Francis did come along with the game plan. I'm not disrespecting Steve. He's one of the most legendary race car drivers of all of late model history. Steve Francis deserves respect. But don't say you put your neck on the line, or he didn't.
Well,
maybe you're saying it.
Well, I guess we all.
He didn't gamble 80,000.
That's true.
Somebody gambled 80,000. That guy.
And we did. I mean, it definitely was.
Give yourself credit then. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. But we needed somebody to also take the risk at coming out here to, be like, did they know what they're showing up to? I mean, you go to a new place, you don't want to have it be,
and then what?
And
then what did he say once he got out here? They want a race week now, apparently, right?
Well,
they got out here and saw what the fuck y'all are working with. Just like me. I had never been here until today.
Right.
When I saw that, and I'm coming from a promotional perspective of the sport, when I saw what the fuck y'all are working with over here. Yeah, we need a race week. We need a fucking speed week. We need sprint cars, because it's so fucking amazing. What y'all have here in Minot is one of the most premier racing. What did I say earlier?
Venues.
No, it was projections. I think I said. What this sport needs is 30 Minots. And y'all are just one of them. There's so many people behind what y'all have here. I can't even... What y'all have at that facility is just unfucking believable. And that's why Steve Francis gets here and says, you need a race week now. Yeah. Because he's going around this country and seeing all the bone deck fucking trash facilities and racetracks that ain't even close to what y'all have.
Mansfield, I think, they run the late models run there last night, right, man?
Yeah.
They had to pay $200,000 because the track was trash.
Yeah. And
that's why they paid it.
And I heard old man Richards, he jumped on he was on the
the blade.
The blade.
And okay, so somebody came in there, got that place rolling. It looks like a beautiful place. Yeah, the track was not they should have gave it a year or two and learned how to prep a track, I guess. But hey, there was enough people there to step in.
Do you want me to text him and do you want to go out there next week?
I bet you Nick Hoffman was happy as a motherfucker.
I think he was. I can hardly talk. But
well, what am I gonna do?
No, you're gonna fix it. We're gonna get.
I don't know.
We have your new Matt Tift. We have your new track prep guy right here.
I don't say that.
You're not getting hired next. Oh, okay.
I got a real job I have to go to.
The deal is you got to have skin in the game.
But Mansfield's another facility that deserves a NODAC recognition.
Well, 100%.
Like it's got it all being put in.
Wasn't it closed for 8 years?
Yes.
So I mean, isn't that what we want? Is tracks opening, not closing? So I mean, yes,
not just tracks opening, because there's a lot of trash tracks, but tracks opening and then giving effort.
Do you think I don't know nothing about this place, so I'm just looking. I see stuff painted.
They put $9 million in the Mansfield.
I would say that's effort, right?
Right. Yes.
There was fucking 10-foot weeds growing up on the.
Yes, they put $9 million. I think it was $2 million in transporting dirt in alone.
Right. I mean, you're gonna have some bugs with that.
Right. I got full-blown media credentials. You better not fucking ruin this. Matt Tift, hold on. I'll ruin the track was trash. You had to pay $200,000 to make up for the embarrassment. But continue. That's what happened. The track was trash and everybody was mad. Hold on. That's true. I'm not lying.
Yeah, but
it was
look
a
at
bad track.
Look at how badass it was for people to step up and try and make something happen.
I'm not denying that.
Right.
I'm not denying that element, but the track wasn't that great, and that's why they felt like they had to pay more to make up for the environment that they were given. So, but I think that Mansfield's doing the most amazing job at promoting what they have. Because Mansfield right now is like a national monument for dirt track racing, and it's just started up. How do you just like trump everybody if you don't know what the fuck you're doing? Like,
keep paying 100 G's every
well, you don't have to pay 100 G's. Maybe that was smart too, but like they acknowledge it. I even commented on their video today. I was like, good job. And you may experience this. Like they had the track, even after they paid the money, they still had people complaining about the track, complaining about the facility. But the Matt Tiff guy, this dude who had this Natalie Decker grooming situation, he got on there and he acknowledged the track. He talked about how bad it was. He sat there and said, yeah, we didn't do a good job, but we paid money. He didn't allow, this is what you have to do in modern dirt track racing. If the track's shit, or if you have problems, you have to come on a video and say, hey, guess what? Track was trash.
Well, we
didn't do a good job. Here's our big rut right here in 3. That's what Matt Tiff did today. The $30 million guy, he came on there and did it.
We had that happen last year. You know, we were getting the track was getting too hard last year, and we were getting a dust bowl, and late models are coming, and Tom Henderson, who helps me, I said, hey, you know, we got to do something different, you know, because we got to get some moisture in this thing. We did something different. Did we ever get moisture in it? You know, that next weekly night program, our fucking cushion's only 2 lanes up. You know, people are texting me, you're better than this, you know, this and that. I just got on Facebook.
You can't ever make anyone happy.
But I'm just saying, I got on Facebook and said, hey, you know, we shot our shot at something, and, you know, yeah, we fucked up. Plain and simple. It ain't gonna happen again, you know. But
you just couldn't give 100,000 to the winner like they could.
Well,
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you couldn't make up for it.
But you're right.
You gotta own. You gotta own. My point is, the modern dirt track promoter, you're running a track, whatever. You have to grab that narrative.
Yeah.
If something's wrong or something's bad, grab that motherfucker and own it.
Yeah.
And then you control what people think.
Yeah.
It ain't just random people in a Facebook comment section talking about you. Well, hold on. What
He said, fuck them.
What do you mean? You wanna hang them up in a tree? Hold on now.
Listen, I've been on. I've helped do the track. I've helped work the track.
It's not easy. It's a 45, 50-hour a week job.
I was the flag man for quite a few years. Okay, you know, it's pretty easy if you're not willing to step up in a club situation, not willing to step up and get a little dirt under your fingernails. It's pretty easy to sit back and criticize.
Yeah.
And you know, and just one other thing, you know, you're talking about running 30 races at premier events.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's got to organize all that.
Yeah.
And somebody's got to have skin in the game to make it happen.
Right.
You know, just going back to Fargo. But Danny and Diane down in Fargo, they had skin in the game. And they were on the, you know, I mean, I went there.
But didn't they get taken advantage of?
Yes, they did. But I think they did. I mean, I don't know. But
I think.
All I'm saying
you can think, I can think.
All I'm saying is this. You've got to have some skin in the game, or you got to be passionate to a fault.
Thank you for acknowledging what the Chaz is. Continue.
I did that by accident.
No, you didn't do it. Give me that Busch Light. Give me another Busch Light. He brought this to me, by the way. This is sponsored by what's the company? No, anyway, sponsored by Tri and Propane.
You got to have a monetary value attached to it, or you got to be.
Let me ask you something. So you're a business guy. So I have this discussion with people all the time, and you know, I obviously have my opinions and my thoughts on the sport, and I've dealt with many segments of the sport, and they always, the money men, I'll call them, they say, well, Chaz, you just don't have anything invested. Why would you even say anything? But I simply respond and I say, you may have some money invested. You may have like I don't even want to say his name, but you may have all I'm saying is like you may have I'm not saying this is for the Facebook crowd. Like
right now.
Yeah, it's raining.
that's why it's raining right now. That's why we're canceled. I'm not saying like the Facebook crowd isn't what you're talking about. The people who are in the stands, they give their $15 a week, they don't know fucking shit. I'm not coming from those people's perspectives. I'm not coming from even the driver who pays $40 and has to turn his pit pass in next week. I'm coming from the perspective of the business side and what I've known and what I've learned. And when I have like a very prominent, I almost said his name, a prominent car owner or the biggest car owner in our sport question me and they say, you don't have anything invested. And I sit back and I say, well, I have my life invested. Like I sit here, I don't just talk because I'm having fun and there's some rich daddy gonna pay my bill tomorrow. Like I'm talking about it because I have my entire life invested in it and I'm not willing to sell the soul that's involved. So when you hear like my perspective, it's obviously different than yours, but obviously like you said, somebody with skin in the game. What is skin in the game? Because I think a lot of fans sometimes they think they have skin in the game, and they do play a big part. That's why you're worried about the Facebook comments.
Right.
I mean, without the fans, we really don't have a sport. Period.
No. But here's the thing. This is how I look at it. Without the drivers, without the volunteers, without the workers, without the fans, we need each other. Plain and simple. And at the end of the day, we all want to watch badass racing. I don't care if it's a weekly night show or a big show. We just want to watch badass racing. It's just. So
do you think all this argument's kind of like a bad Thanksgiving dinner where we're all just throwing the fucking stuffing at one another?
We all want the same thing, but we all argue about how are we going to get the same thing, you know?
You know why?
I want to hear your voice. This voice is so good.
You know,
it's like the old grandpa that nobody needs to hear. You tell you no. I think that's what your new the grandpa Eisenchank over here. Hold on now.
Well,
hold on. Is Deanne calling? Oh my God, she did text.
She's calling to defend me right now, probably. But listen, you know, it's a couple things. You know, one, you said something about investment and soul and all of that.
Well, it's life versus money. So my life is invested. It ain't money, but it's life.
That to me goes right back to our guys, our dirt guys.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Ryan Timms, it sounds like he's got no interest in going into NASCAR.
No, he doesn't, which is great.
And Donnie and, you know,
Gravel's invested too far. Macedo's too far. Macedo can't go to NASCAR now. He's in the sprint car world, right?
That's okay.
Like I'm just saying, you got these guys who are representatives of this sport now. They can't just switch, you know.
But that's what to me, those guys are the, you know, those guys are the real dirt track racers. They're the guys that do it because they're passionate about it. You got people that do stuff for money, and you got people that do stuff because they're passionate about it. Who, in the end, has the most fulfilled situation?
Well, but this is why I keep saying to the sprint car world, we have to elevate ourselves. This is why I say you only need 30 races a year. Here, at the end of the day, let me ask you something. To be honest, do you think Kyle Larson loves NASCAR or sprint car racing?
He loves money because he's in NASCAR.
Hold on, young money. I get it. But if you used to take all the money off his clothing,
I would guess he loves dirt racing.
He'd be in dirt in 2 seconds. Yeah.
Corey Day?
Same thing.
Dirt.
So
I know that Christopher Bell cried when Toyota told him he couldn't run a dirt race.
So to me,
So that's my problem is I think that Kyle Larson, Corey Day, and Christopher Bell should be on the World of Outlaw Tour full-time right now, and we're not sufficient enough to retain our talent. That's my problem.
What are these guys going to do if you only have a 30-race schedule in the meantime?
Because a 30-race schedule is only the minimum payments $50,000 to win and $5,000 to start.
But sometimes it ain't all about the money. These guys just love racing.
Well, and that's the other problem. Hold on. You bring up a good point.
They're like we want to get.
You bring up a very good point. The other reason that these guys don't want to be a sprint car racer is this fucking grueling national tour schedule. That's why it needs to be 30 or 40 races as well. Because they don't want to be a fucking clown in a circus.
yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know.
They don't want to be a clown in a circus, dude. They don't want to be fucking running around the...
There might be some tracks they don't want to go to, but you damn well better believe these guys love racing, and they want to do it as much as possible.
Yeah.
If you have 3 weeks off between seat time, what's a guy going to do?
Hold on. You raised your hand. Come on.
That's how these guys are retaining. I mean, that's how they stay on top of their game.
Yeah.
You're not in the car for 3 weeks.
Look at Reitzel. Look at Reitzel. I mean, he's pretty hot right now, but he stayed in Australia after, even when all the bigger shows.
Volusia, Florida.
He stayed there and he raced. It's just like Donnie. When Donnie used to go down there, and I'm not saying anything's wrong with Donnie's game, but I'm just saying that when he was, he'd go down there and he'd race a whole bunch. I think that's the way those guys stay on top of it. It's I don't want to say it's repetitive, but I don't know.
And it's not repetitive. You know what it is? It's competitive. If you're not on top of your fucking game when you jump in a sprint car, a regular guy who has been running every week will fucking dust your ass. They will dust your fucking ass. Sprint car racing is the pinnacle of motorsports, and hopefully the world around us will know that.
I try not ever to say that name.
What do you mean? Who?
TS.
TS.
Tony Stewart.
Okay, we ain't getting into the fight. It's okay.
No, we're not.
That's good.
He's telling you how fucking competitive it is, though.
No, I'm just saying, to be at the top of sprint car racing, you have to be on it. You have to stay going.
I almost think it's that way in anything, even our week.
No.
Not as much as
not NASCAR, not IndyCar, not F1.
Okay.
Only this little dirt track circle thing.
You don't think you need to be on your A game on a weekly night program?
Where?
You can die in any.
Where? Hold on, but where?
Anywhere.
You need to be on your A game in World of Outlaw late models or Lucas Oil. You need to be on your A game in World of Outlaw late model or sprint cars and high limit. Do you need to be on your A game in F1 when you got Ferrari and McLaren and all these people making up for your speed? Nah. Do you need to be on your A game when the money shows up with Hendrick? Do you need to be on your A game? I thought Kyle Larson was on his A game in 2014 when he was racing with Ganassi, but he was in a Ganassi car, and then when he got into a Hendrick car, he just all of a sudden lit up. I don't think Kyle got better. I think his car did. So does the driver need to get on his A game? Yeah. In sprint car, dirt track, late mile racing, yeah. I think, honestly, I think Dallin Murdy's probably one of the best race car drivers in the country right now. But that's because I think IMCA stock car guy is good, You just need $120,000 to be good in 410s and supers.
I think you got to decide if you want to sell your soul to the money, or you got to sell your soul to something that you love.
Right.
That's what you got to do. And the guys and the people that want to sell their soul to the almighty dollar, don't get me wrong.
The almighty dollar is right.
We all like money.
Young money. Mm-hmm. Keep telling.
At the end of the day, people have more respect for the person that is passionate about what he does.
That's why I'm here, technically, I think.
I just celebrated 45 years working at my job. Okay.
And what do you do, for the record?
I'm a regional manager for a large recycling company.
Okay.
And why did I do that? Because I was passionate about it. And
responsibility
and all that.
People depending on you, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was trying to achieve something. Could have I made more money going someplace else? Maybe, I don't know. But at the end of the day,
you didn't leave dirt racing for NASCAR.
Exactly.
Right.
Because I'd sooner have a sister in a whorehouse than do that.
You're still sitting here talking into a gold mic, so you must have done all right.
He said that, not me.
Brass.
He said that, not me.
I think it's brass.
He said that, not me.
It's
If
brass.
it's copper, it's worth more than gold. So that's right.
It is spray paint gold.
The truth comes out.
I paid the $1.50 for the sparkle.
No, but I'm just saying. You can
morals.
You can look. I look at guys. You know that. To me, you talk about heroes. Those are the guys that are passionate about what they do. They don't chase the money, and they do it because they love it, not because they're going to make an extra.
Yep.
$100,000.
Yep.
Or whatever.
Or $1 million. It don't matter what the money is.
Millions. You know.
It matters what the purpose.
Right.
Purpose in life.
Right. So. I don't know. I mean, if none of that makes sense, I guess.
No, it makes sense. No, it does.
I'm old school, I guess. I've been told, but you know, I
unless you're winning big shows, you're not making money. I don't think.
That's not what he's saying.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think that's what he's saying.
I'm just saying, when you come to the passion and the money, you can be passionate about whatever, and that passion, that passion may
in my opinion, what he's saying is it shouldn't matter if you love sprint car racing. You shouldn't go to NASCAR because they can give you more money. You should stay where your love is at.
That means you love money more than you do the sport that got you to where you're going.
All right, you come over here. You're the new leader of the show. He's the new leader of the show. Thank you. Who knew it would take Minot to get the truth out to the world? Oh my God, that is exactly. Oh, he broke it all. Oh my God, it's happening. Oh, that's Illuminati. That's Illuminati. Oh my God, you can hold the mic. Hold the mic in your hand. Put the big black thing. Oh, he broke the mic tonight. Oh, he put it in there. Hold on. Look, he put it in there. Look, he's putting it in right now. Oh, he did it. He did it.
It's this cheap equipment.
Oh, yeah, it's cheap.
You need longer legs.
Yeah, I need longer. I'm always being told I need something longer. It's okay. I'm used to this. Oh my God. That mic drop. Mic drop. Literally. That's the mic drop. Literally. That was God's mic drop. Oh my God.
I needed to come to mind.
That was no, hold on. That was literally God's mic drop. He literally dropped the mic. All right, we gotta go. We're shutting it down. Shut it down.
Yeah, end with that.
Well, the mic drop. God mic dropped us, guys. This is true. Like God did that.
Okay,
I want to say thank you for tuning in. Well, you got to try this one more time. What is it called again?
Just call it apple juice.
Fucking hooch.
Hooch.
Oh my God.
Come on, take a drink.
This is what's wrong with you people. God did drop the mic.
Quick little review on Minot, North Dakota. Go.
I've already said Minot's like this. I'm already
like the people. You never did get SCHATZ yet. You got to go there, right?
We're going there after the show here.
Oh no, we're going to SCHATZ Crossroads, I guess, after the show. We have to go now. If we don't go now, we're gonna get in trouble. Yep. Cordell Pokerback is calling me. But anyway, yeah, the lap car. Thank you for tuning in. Is that how we're doing this? That's it, right? I mean, God dropped the fucking mic.
Whose show is it? Is it
Debbie's show now?
Do you want to take over?
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to take? Oh, hold on. We got more comments coming.
No.
There we go. No. Okay.
We're done.
All right, we're all done. We're going to jail. We're done for the night.
You go to shots, it's then jail. That's how it works here.
There's been.
Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. As always, be sure to subscribe. We will catch you. Do you want Carson Macedo song? Oh, no, I think they want Carson Macedo song. See you next time. Oh, where's it at? It's playing, actually.
Mosquito, and they growl about it. Lonely like old bro Joe. Cartel gonna care for me, not you, cause I'm the CEO. I'm here to fight, looking to sink with my torpedo. I'm just a lap car trying to survive. Running in the back, fearing my life. Cause there's a black and 2041 guy adding to the junk in the field with some white on white crimes. Or is it 99 maybe? I don't give a damn, but the bank statements lately adding up through the junk that the crazy man's making. Reckon her, reckon him, non-binary maybe, who knows? If I don't like him, I slide him like Carson Macedo. And they growl about it, lonely like old bro Joe. Cartel gonna care for me,